Good morning. Ugh. It is rotten, miserable weather here in Edinburgh today. Absolutely horrid. Autumnal, damp, rainy, dark, and we've also, it's quite mild actually, weirdly, but yeah, it's not great weather for walking the dogs for a person, but for the dogs it's absolutely amazing. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening, welcome along. Wherever in the world you're watching from, you're watching Crighton Pet Services live dog walk, and I'm Stephen Crighton, and you join me with my 8 dogs on Wednesday the 1st of October. Without further ado, let's get into the dogs. Let's get into the team. You can see probably from the picture it's a bit different from what we're used to walking in, and there's a real change coming this week. Last night there was gales blowing, battering against the house. It's not been as bad this morning. It's actually, the rain's just fallen straight down, but the weather is definitely changing this week, and we're probably in for a bit of an interesting time of it. There's a nice Dalmatian. The team we're going to go and see. I don't like when dogs lie down. Morning, my dear. Just realised who it is. We know the dog. We know the dog. How are you doing? Hi, puppy. Hello. How are you doing?
Lovely weather.
Oh, lovely weather for ducks.
Yeah.
Lovely weather for ducks. We're on YouTube just now.
You've got what?
I'm up on YouTube just now.
Okay.
So, but no, this is the whole point, is to show the people watching how the dogs get on with other dogs and things, you know. Oh, you're off. You're off in a different direction. Juno, we'll go this way. Right, nice to see you. We'll catch up with you again, all right? We'll see you soon. There we go. There we go. So good morning, everybody. Welcome along. What a rotten day it is for us here. I don't know if the microphone's picking up on that. I don't know if the camera's picking up on it, but the rain is just battering down, and the dogs are already pretty soggy. We've only been out for about 20 minutes. I suspect that by the end of this session there's going to be a few of them that are drenched. River in particular is going to be like a sponge. Bless young man. Tail's already drooping a little bit, but that happens when we meet dogs that we don't know. There we go, we're back to a more neutral sort of position. There we go. There we go. Barney looks like he's off on a mission. Charlie's doing his zoomies. Harris has got the lead. It's all go. It's all go. Right, I've prepared. I've got my poo bag at the ready for Barney, and I've just realised as soon as I've picked up the poo bag that I've not got my selfie stick with me, which means that I've not. I'm going to have to hold on to this while we do this, which makes everything a little bit trickier. Go on, Barney. Go on, young man. It's interesting when you get to know the dogs. I mean, I know Barney's like way over here now, but he'll only go when he's ahead of you. He never goes when he's behind. And usually by the time that we catch up to him, we'll have just finished his. There we go. He's finally anchored himself down, but it's taken him a long time to decide where he was going to go. Poo cam. Let's not show you them. Let's not show you the poo. Good morning, everybody. Cute dogs. They are. They're good dogs. They're cute. They're well trained. They're well exercised. They're good old puppers. Good boy, Barney. Yes, you guys just leave that. Thank you very much. Hello, Karen, Steve, Arya. How are we doing? Managed to tune into your live stream this morning for about 5 to 10 minutes, but we were up and about. We were getting our little man ready for preschool and things like that. So we were busy. But it was on. You'll have clocked up some hours on the old YouTube, and I could hear what was going on, but after a few minutes I couldn't keep up and respond and things like that. So Harry, I look tired. Is that if you're in the comments, guys, Aria the rescue dog is one to follow for sure. Very nice. Enjoy your day. The Dales. No, we're not in the Dales. We're in Scotland. A very similar aesthetic to it, but this is Edinburgh. Don't let that put you off, please. Do not let that put you off. Oh, goodness me, another one of them going to the loo. Well, usually the dogs are very, very regular and they go within a few moments of being out the van. And I suspect today's weather has changed how the routine has gone, because we've had for months and months and months, we've not had any rain for months, and so now I'm paying the price by going live before we've got all of our bits and pieces out of the way. Never mind. We've got them with us now, even one-handed. That was quite impressive. Hello, Trouble. Hello, you're the dog that chases River. Yeah, no wonder you guys are giving her a bit of a telling off. That is interesting pack dynamics there for you. So there's no aggression, there's just a use of shepherding or body language to take an unwanted dog away from us. I think they've maybe got lost and thought we were their people, because that dog walks with another group and has regularly picked on River, and you saw there that was not tolerated by Ruby nor by Charlie. And yeah, I think the fact that because I'll often welcome their dogs to us by, there's certain things that happen behind the scenes, hand signal wise and body language wise, that you might not be privy to from the point of view that you're getting just now. But then that dog received none of the welcomes that I would normally give dogs that we know. And another sort of indicator to the squad to look after the vulnerable, right? As we should all do in society. This dog's still wandering around. Ah, see, the dog walker is back with them. Good puppies, good dogs. So welcome along. If you're new here, which about, let's be honest, hang on, what is going on here with the rain? I think 80-90% people on the live stream are joining us for the very first time. So welcome along. Welcome to my business. I like to show the owners exactly how the dogs deal with all the scenarios that life throws at us, and what better way to do that than to show them live. If you're oh, what is going on? What is going on? Are you still with us? Something happened there. The moisture on the screen has caused me like to open up different apps. Oh, I hope you're still with us. I really do hope you're still with us. Anyway, we'll flick back to this view. Hello, where's Mel Gibson? Haha. I don't know. We'll go looking for him. I mean, we do live in a country, right? So that there's a country full of people. So it's unlikely that he's just going to be there. You do get that, I'm sure. You're not that naive. But of course, he's more likely to be in Australia, where he actually lives. You understand that as well, right? You understand that too, I'm sure. I'm sure. But it's a great joke. Keep them coming. Frank is with us. Good morning. Good morning, Frank. Aaron is asking what I do when I get depressed. Good healthy exercise, a good diet, lots of fun with the dogs. It's not something that's high up on my agenda, is the old depression. Once upon a time maybe, but again, I'll just repeat that. Good healthy exercise, a good diet, and lots of dog time, and it's miraculously gone. Jana, hello everyone. Sarah, I'm late again. You're not, Sarah. You're not late. You've arrived exactly when you've meant to arrive. What is that from again? We said this the other day. I did know it then, and now I've forgotten it. Is it from Harry Potter? What is it? Thank you. I should find funny. Yeah, you should. I'm not trying to be mean. Scotland, people of Scotland are pretty thick-skinned. Just as a general rule of thumb, there's like jokes that go around. It's like, you think you can bully me, but you've not even met my family. And it's, you know, those that are around you and love you the most kind of take the mick out of you more than anything else. So yeah, so the Scottish people are pretty stern, pretty tough. Probably as a result of having to deal with elements like this for our entire life. We've gone through probably the mildest year in history, I suspect. We have had literally months and months without any rain, with lots of blue skies and sunshine, and temperatures way above what they would normally be. And it's just not normal for us here, so we're used to it being a bit harder. And I suspect that over time, that hardiness, having to be hardy to survive, is transferred into a fairly interesting sense of humour across the generations. So here we go. Right, folks, there's a few things you guys don't know. Alright, have a great walk, Karen. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Sorry, I mixed up what I was saying there, but yeah, you guys have a great day. We'll have a great walk. There we go. If you're new here and you're watching on a mobile device, somewhere up here is our business information. It's the channel name, it's how many people are watching, it's how many likes and so on. Every time we get 10 likes or a multiple of 10, the dogs will get a little training biscuit if they're well behaved. And that's courtesy of you watching along. So it's your way of interacting and enjoying the session. And sorry, I usually explain this without treats in my hands. I'm now getting my orders barked at me. So this is from you guys for the first 10. I see there are more than 10, obviously. But these are for the first 10. Something's happened to the stream. It's for Ruby. Thank you. Harris, do you fancy? Do you fancy? Oh well, live streaming in the rain could become interesting over the coming days, weeks and months ahead if we can't handle a tiny spit of rain. Yeah, because we definitely had a drop off in viewers there. So something happened. I don't know what's happened to there was like a glitch. Everything just froze and stuck, and then we're back up again. So if you're still with us, thank you so much. Thank you for tuning in and walking with us. Stay with us, because we're walking back in that direction eventually, but we're walking up here for a moment or two. We're going to go and explore this little corner of the area that is seldom used by anyone. We use it quite a lot because no one else uses it. And not everybody's happy to bump into 8 dogs, even although they're perfectly well behaved. I say perfect. They're far from perfect, but they're behaving at least. So, but yeah, not everyone's happy to bump into the pups. And this is another reason for doing the channel and showing people that dogs in general are not something that people should typically be afraid of. I think here in the UK, where I live, the demographic is made up of obviously different situations, but one interesting sort of stat is that for every household in the population, about 1 in 3 own a dog, have a dog in that household. So that is quite a significant stat. 35% I think is the official number. And to put that into context, just in case you're like, alright, okay, well that's not so much, it's only 31% have a child in the household. So dogs, I'm not saying there are more dogs in the UK than there are kids. I don't really know the numbers of that. But per household, there are more households that have dogs than have kids. And I'm sure there's a big crossover as well. Our household has both. So yeah, maybe we're getting into interesting territory that I don't know enough about, but there you go. There's more households that have dogs than households that have kids. This way. Good boy, River. Good puppy. Good puppy. Good, you guys. If you are tuning in, and especially if it's for the first time, don't be afraid to come and say hi in the chat. We'd love to know where our audience are watching from. We're obviously here in Scotland, but I know even just putting Scotland in the title encourages people from New Zealand and from America and Canada in particular, those areas, to tune into us. So welcome along, especially if you have any heritage here. This is what it's like about 90% of the year. Grey, raining. If you've tuned into any of others of our live streams when it's been sunny and blue skies, you'll have probably noticed how amazed I am at how good the weather always is. So there we go. River is getting loads of confidence. Sarah, you're so right. You're so right. If you've not done this, Sarah, if you maybe missed it, Friday's live stream, and they're all, if you go to the page, so you can go up here, 3 dots, click on that, visit chat. You can minimize the live stream but still do this. Go find Friday's live stream and bookmark it for later, or add it to your watch list, because he is unreal. Running around, playing with the team, getting chased, chasing. He just absolutely everything that we'd want from a young pup that's starting to gain confidence within the team. And that's really shown on Friday. Today, he's confident enough, he's happy enough, but he's just plodding along. Whereas Friday, for sure, there's definitely a change in his in the way that he approaches the pack. Sorry, Ruby's dragging me back here. Ruby, come on! Like an anchor. Like an anchor. So yeah, so definitely go and have a look at that one if you can, to see River really burst into life. And we'll continue to monitor it. Great for the family to understand how he's getting on. And all of this comes from sort of psychological safety, which he's getting because he's realising the difference between the pack members that he can trust and dogs that he doesn't know and he doesn't yet trust. So when we're out and about, if it's just us, especially if it's just been us for half an hour or so, he really lets his hair down. But you'll see, he'll stop, he'll scan around, he's got his nose in the air, he'll be twitching away. He's constantly just checking to see if everything's all right. See there, the nose sort of raised up into the air. And what he doesn't yet appreciate is that even though he's doing this, and it'll be good for him to do it, so are the other 7. And they would react probably quicker than he would to any threat or anything that was different or strange. And the reason for that is that River's nose is still not yet fully developed, whereas everybody else's will be. He's only just turning a year old. So the next few months, this nose of his is going to turn into this amazing superpower that's, like, in some cases for different dog breeds, like 40,000 times better than a human's nose. And yeah, so everything is fascinating to him. Everything will be brand new. Even places that we've been before will start to smell new to him, purely because his superpower is kicking in. Hope that made sense. Right, back to the chat. What's everyone saying? Ruby, you don't dare be rolling now, thank you. Luis, I finally managed to join our live broadcast. Thank you for tuning in. Irina, hello from Russia. Hi Irina, how are we doing? Andrew's back with us. Hello puppies. Hi Andrew, it's been a while. How's things? And Ori's joining us. Fascinating. When did dogs' noses fully develop? I just made an assumption they were fully developed when they were born. No. So dogs will go through lots of stages of development within their life, and the nose is probably one of the final parts of that process. They will be born with a very good nose, and but if you think about it like being able to view colours, so for us, imagine you were born and you could only see black and white. That's kind of how River's nose is when he's a pup. And the black and whiteness is like, where's the milk? So he's sniffing out the milk from mum. So it's actually a trait babies can do as well. Human babies, I mean. Then we get a bit older, and we're maybe sort of 6 months or what have you, and our colour spectrum's starting to come in. So reds, yellows, blues, right? Think of it that way. And then, so we're distinguishing between things that are nice and things that are not so nice, things that are familiar and things that are not familiar. And then, once we've done all our growing and we've hit our adolescent stage, which is maybe a year to 18 months for most of the dogs. Kind of depends on the breed as well and the diet and things like that, because different dogs will develop at different rates, and it also depends on how they're being raised. If they need to develop a lot of testosterone for working and things like that, and their diet reflects that, maybe that they mature a bit quicker, whether they're male or female. But yeah, so the nose then continues to develop, and then if you think about a colour spectrum for us, you know, the full wheel of every colour under the sun, pinks, oranges, purples, browns, whites, blacks, everything, and everything mixed together. That's where his nose is kind of going just now. So he didn't know what pink was a few months ago, and now he's like, whoa, I can smell that. I can smell that from here. Wonder what it is. And look, you can still see his nose is like flicking around the horizon. You okay, Edith? You guys okay? So yeah, and then it will continue to develop up until a point. The more we can introduce them to different terrains and different bits and pieces. There we go. Look at this. The tail's going, yeah. Uh-huh. Right, let's come away from smell for a second. Let's talk about Edith, the bigger dog here. So Edith is obviously faster than River, right? She's a bigger dog. She's probably got more power. And if she wanted to catch River, she could easily do it. So what's going on here, especially this pausing part, is called self-handicapping. Oh, River just got steamrollered. And look at Charlie came in. He was like, that wasn't on. That wasn't on, Edith. Ruby's the same. Yeah, River's saying it's okay. It's okay. Good boy, Charlie. Good boy. Good, Ruby. Good girl, so they can come away. They're not bothered. River will come back to say it's okay to play again. We're shaking off any stress that we had there. So yeah, so Edith is deploying a thing called self-handicapping, which all dogs are aware of. Males do it with females a lot. So in this scenario, we've got like the opposite way around. We've got the bigger, stronger female Edith and the puppy male River. And but typically, even in fully developed dogs, the boys will self-handicap a lot to try and encourage more play. And play is obviously a massive part of the development. And what River's learning here is that she can trust Edith. But also, when things go wrong, she can trust Charlie and Ruby to have her back. You know, things like that. And look at them, they're as thick as thieves. They're as thick as thieves. So yeah, and you know that it wasn't like when they crashed into each other and there was a little yelp. Maybe you didn't catch it because I've got the microphone up here. But there was a little yelp from River, and then that's when Charlie came to the rescue. So did, I mean, Ruby was like really unhappy about it as well. But with that, you know it's not a fight because the rest of the gang haven't got involved. There's just a little lesson that needed to be learnt there. So quite fascinating. I love this part of the dog's journey. You know, when all these dynamics are changing for one of the team and how the others respond to it, and how much they interact with it, and some of them will just ignore it or keep a very watchful eye on what's going on. Juno in particular, there won't be a single interaction that she misses from the squad. So yeah, so it's very fascinating to see how they all sort of harmonise with each other and what it takes to get through that. So we maybe need to have a few cross words just to reinforce actually what the friendship and the strength of the friendship is. I'm sure anyone that's got a best friend that you've fallen out with and you come back stronger, don't you? So it's the same idea. The same idea. There's lots of parallels between the dogs and people. Harris, you're soaking, buddy. You're soaking. Right. Let's give the guys another treat. You guys have given us 22 likes, so that every time we hit 10 or so, we'll give the dogs a little biscuit. Barney? Boy, biscuit. Excuse me, biscuit. Ruby. You wait your turn. River. Charlie. Harris. River. Edith. That's you had yours then. We're not going to have greedy guts. No, we're not. Harris, do you want? Yeah, your tail swooshed there. There you go, buddy. Good boy. Good boy. Find that Harris doesn't take often, especially during the summer when it's been beautiful and warm. There you go. There's the other little half. And but now that the weather's changing, you'll find that they'll seek out extra energy sources more regularly, purely because they're having to like now heat themselves up because they're wet. And so it's like, I know this will give me some energy, even if it's just 0.5% of what they need the whole day. It's better than nothing, right? Andrew, busy at work in Tasmania. Glad to see you guys again. Amazing, so interesting. Thank you. Yeah, like I try and keep it as sort of casual as possible on the sessions, but when something like this happens, I love talking about it. I love just sharing like the little dogs' lives with each other and just explaining what's all going on. And I go to quite a lot of lengths to figure out like what's happening there and reflect upon situations that have happened. The owners all get a little written update at the end of each day to say where we've been, what's happened, if there's anything interesting that's going on. And you don't get into the state where they can all just be comfortable in each other's company without there being some structure and some discipline and some understanding of the fact that there is some rules and boundaries in place. But for the most part, and you'll probably be able to tell this from what, if you were tuning in a moment ago, it's not me, those boundaries. So when River got crashed into by Edith and he yelped, I didn't do anything, but Ruby and Charlie came to River's rescue and just kind of confronted Edith, and then everyone just backed off, realising, hang on, no, that looked like it was a mistake. That wasn't an attack. Because they will not tolerate one of their own being attacked. That is definitely not the case. Definitely not. Used to have a dog. Let me spin the camera around. Used to have a dog that we walked, and she was intact, And for a while we were like, yeah, we can manage this. So intact means she's still able to reproduce, whereas most dogs get the snip. Ruby, I'm putting my full 100 kilos into this, and she's stopping me. There we go. Come on, girl. Come on. So she was intact, and then that kind of changed the way that the males were beside her. We didn't walk her when she was in season. That would be really reckless. But when she was with us during the rest of the sort of 6 months of the year, she would regularly get attention from other males, and that would make the pack very chest puffy out. Hey, this is our girl. You can just back off, buddy. And it really changed the way that I saw how dogs work together and what their being connected to each other actually means for them. So fascinating stuff. I had to see it for myself, but once I saw that, it was like, oh right, okay, I get it now. I get it. You don't want her, but you don't want anyone else to have her. So I get it. Toxic. I'm joking. I'm joking. Right. Ramona, hello. Falk says hi. Is it Guitar? Says hi. I'm not sure on the pronunciation of that name. Frank is joining us. Hello. And we members have got stickers now, yeah. I'm still getting to grips with it, Frank, but it's all fun and games. Learning these things. You and I need to have a chat when the time comes for you, bud. There's loads that I've done wrong, but I'll tell you about it another time. Are you barking at Harris? Likely that he can smell someone we know. His nose is flicking up in the air and he's taking me in a direction. So I think he's trying to signal to a dog that he knows. There are loads of dogs around, but there's another dog barking back actually. Across the canyon, across the way. There's actually the fire brigade often do rescues on this hill here, on this mountainside, and right ahead there's a little orange patch of people with orange helmets on doing some kind of rescue. I wonder if that's part of it, because that's not normal. They'll have lots of equipment and noisy things going on that maybe we can't hear from here, that maybe he can. The Britney Spears of the pack, yeah. Hey Harris, hey, what's going on? Thank you. Thank you. Hey, thank you. We got the message. I got the message. Thank you. So did the rest of the team. They're not barking. Right, get these guys back home. It's been a miserable day, but hopefully the quality of the stream and the audio hasn't been too bad. If you're watching, oh goodness me, he says with a big blob of moisture on the camera. Right, up here somewhere, there are 3 dots if you're watching on a mobile device. Click that, like the stream. If we can get up to 30 likes before we wrap up, the dogs will get an extra training treat courtesy of you. And while we're up there, visit the channel, subscribe, and join us along for our next adventure, which will be same time tomorrow-ish. But if you can't make that because you're working or it's night time where you are and that kind of thing, then whatever the reason, the video of our live stream goes up afterwards. So excuse me while we just get through Narnia. So yeah, so the video of the live stream goes up after, and then you're welcome to watch that back at any point. And I know that many hundreds of people do that after the stream has ended, and most of them being our subscribers. So thank you so much for everyone doing that. It's very greatly appreciated. Here we go, here's some team. Are we okay to pass? Hiya, are we alright to pass you?
Sorry?
Are we okay to pass?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't you know I'm a bit vocal, but you're good.
Oh, I'm alright with vocal. We're alright with vocal. How you doing? You alright?
You okay? How are you?
Good, yeah, good, good.
Don't leave early, no?
Loving this weather.
I know. I quite enjoyed last week. That crisp and
I know,
bright.
fresh, and we've had our week of it though. That's
I
it.
know.
Right, Edith.
Enjoy your walk.
Thanks, you too. Maybe. Hi, boys. Boys. Great, now that song is stuck in my head. I'd whistle it, I'd even sing it, but I'd get a copyright strike. Can't be butchering someone else's music. Otherwise they want you to pay for it. So yeah, so we won't do that. We won't do that. Yeah, so guys, hit those 3 buttons if you're watching on a mobile device. Give us a little follow along for our efforts. We will see you again tomorrow from the team and I. A great day. I don't think we're going to get to 30 likes. Will we give the dogs a little training treat? Should we do that? Should we do that? Any hearts in the chat to see anything? Let me know. Sometimes there's a little bit of a delay between what I'm saying and what you guys see. There's a couple of hearts coming through now. There we go. There's probably like 20 seconds, 30 seconds. We'll give them a little biscuit. They've earned it. It's been a wet all day. It's been a miserable day. Right, hang on. Let me spin round. Look at you all. Sit nice, buddy. There we go. There we go. Thank you, Sarah. And Zella. Hello. Hey, Harris. You came running a long way for this, bud. Do you want it? Biscuit, did you already get it? I don't know if I gave to you. I feel like I did miss you, but maybe not. Right. There we go. Anyway. Superb, folks. Have a wonderful Wednesday, or maybe even into Thursday for some people very soon. So have a great day. We'll catch you on tomorrow's episode. Hopefully as bad. It's definitely going to be as bad. It's definitely. I've already checked the weather. We're going to have a rough old week of it, but from the dog's perspective, they do genuinely love it. There's no real concerns about any of their body language or way that they're handling this so far. So if we can ease ourselves into the winter, get them nicely accustomed to being wet, to being uncomfortable, by the time November comes along and it's really miserable, they're gonna love it. They're gonna love it. So the dogs are absolute Marines. They're very, very highly trained, very well rounded. So there's nothing we can throw at them that they're going to be bothered about, to be fair. River's the only one that we're just a little bit concerned about because he's new to this, but we'll make sure that he handles it in all his strides. So, right, I am going now. I'm definitely going. Have a great day. And Joni, I'm so sorry, we're just leaving, but feel free to watch us back. All the best, guys. Take care. Have a good day. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.